Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. I'm down here adjacent to the Museum of Contemporary Art at Circular Quay. Not sure what's happening, but there's a lot of colour and it looks very, very interesting. Especially when I look down here and I see the Hendrix Cucumber Bar. How wonderful. Can't wait to come and see this place later on, maybe this evening. See what they're on about. And look at that weather, look at that sky. Absolutely blue. It's an absolute cracker. It's a 10 out of 10 autumn day here in Sydney. This is the sort of autumn weather that I absolutely love, and this is what Sydney is known for. A signature day, a glorious day. And it's just great to see the sun out, the rain clouds away, and hopefully some of those floodwaters can start subsiding and we can get on with our lives. Anyway, let's go on a walk and talk. It's morning tea. I've just taken my break for the day, and it's my second 5am club for today. And what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about? Oh Jesus, this looks really, really exciting. It's lovely to see Sydney Council doing whatever it can just to pick things up and get things moving here with COVID-19, and to get the city firing on all 4 or even 8 cylinders. Anyway, tomorrow night we're going to have the sails of the Opera House lit up with the Greek national flag. It's going to be an awesome day. I'm going to a concert tomorrow evening from 8 to 10 for the Hymn of Liberty, where Leon, a friend of ours, a dear friend of ours, will be starring in that production with George Ellis and a number of other performers. But I can't wait. Tomorrow we're going to be celebrating the 200-year anniversary of Greek Independence Day, a momentous occasion where all the Greeks throughout the world will come together and celebrate as one. The Greek heartbeat will beat as one tomorrow, and I can't wait. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll go a little bit further down here and go harbour side so we can see the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. So today what I want to do is take you on a book summary. And the book summary that we're going to go through today is one that I had a quick read through on the bus this morning and took some notes. And it's entitled Rookie Smarts. Rookie Smarts by Liz Wiseman. And it's a book which talks about the importance of experience, and in some ways also highlights the disadvantages that we have when we've got too much experience, or too many people with old experience in a rapidly changing environment. So the author here makes a very valid point to kick off her text, and she says that the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn. I'll give you a moment for that to sink in. So the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who can't read and write, because hopefully most will be able to read and write, but it will be those who are a little bit stubborn and can't learn, unlearn and relearn. A very, very powerful, a very, very profound statement that we need to dwell on and think about, because it's going to have a big impact on how we live the rest of our lives, how flexible we can be, how we adjust, and how we make the most of the opportunities as and when they present themselves. And this is where the author talks about the importance of the rookie mindset, or being a rookie, because rookies have an advantage. have an outright advantage, that they are incredible learners, are unafraid of making mistakes, and are not set in their ways. They're flexible and can quickly change direction, change angle to solve the many problems that come our way in modern society. So let's move on now. As you can see down here, I've come down Harbourside. The water is very, very murky, very brown after having 4 or 5 days of torrential non-stop rain that has basically caused havoc here in Sydney, in New South Wales, and there are floods as far as Queensland and all over New South Wales. But that's how it is. Climate is variable, always has been, always will be. We're always going to have floods, we're always going to have droughts, and to try and figure it out and understand why it happens is folly, in my opinion. So what is it about rookies that we need to understand and learn about? So rookies are a necessity. Rookies in every team, every work environment, every family environment are a necessity because the world's knowledge is changing rapidly, extremely rapidly, and experience counts for nothing, as we said before, in a rapidly changing environment. The world today is very fast-paced, very, very fast-paced, much faster than what it was when I was growing up, and infinitely faster than what our parents and grandparents ever experienced. So one thing that we need to understand in order to put it all into perspective is that everything that we have learned over the past 2021 years will double in 2022. That is how much knowledge is being accumulated and made available across the internet and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and over the entire ether space. Because what's happening at the moment is that artificial intelligence, the internet, smartphones, connectivity, supercomputing, collaborative software, and COVID-19, all of these things are enablers, and they're creating opportunities for knowledge transfer, for knowledge accumulation, for ideas transfer and growth and multiplication. And we also need to understand that knowledge becomes outdated very, very quickly. Knowledge becomes outdated at the rate of 15% per annum, which is an average sort of decay rate in terms of the knowledge that we have. And in some industries, it can be as high as 30%, like a high-tech industry. So what we're saying is that if you're working in a particular industry which is rapidly changing, evolving and growing, then in 3 years' time, whatever knowledge that you had, whatever techniques and skills that you had, unless of course they're soft skills or management skills, are going to be irrelevant. You're going to have to unlearn them, and you're going to have to learn new skills. So it's not going to go away. If anything, it's going to accelerate and it's going to get more aggressive. So the message from this book is that we need to be alerted to the fact that we need to keep on growing and developing and changing, because as soon as you take a breather, as soon as you take your foot off the pedal, you're going backwards at the rate of knots. So that's why I always say in my 5 a.m. clubs to stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and to learn, to be a life learner, to be able to ensure that you stay and keep pace and learn how to swim against a changing environment, a changing tide, and to make sure that you're not taken by a rip and left redundant and unable to find relevance and your place in the world. It's important. Each team, each environment, each family needs new blood. And for that reason, God's given us the opportunity to have children, to have grandchildren, because what happens is that new blood brings fresh ideas. It brings clear heads. It brings, it undoes politics. It changes the connections. And with new blood, you don't have to unlearn a lot of things. You start from scratch. You start from a point which is probably on our parents' or grandparents' shoulders. So you're starting with an advantage as compared to previous generations. The other great thing about novices and rookies is that they tend to ask more questions, and they look forward to getting helped by others. And a person who asks lots of questions, a person who has a rookie mindset, who is willing to ask questions, is willing to seek counsel, can quickly outsmart experienced co-workers and to leapfrog them in many ways, from a career perspective, from a relationship perspective, you name it. So it's very, very important to have a rookie mindset, because the big problem that people have is that experienced people, and this is a generalization, but let's take it on board and just see where it takes us. Experienced people who have big egos and think that they know everything are easy takeovers for takeover and displacement in the work environment, in the family environment, because at the end of the day, nobody likes a know-it-all. You know, every social circle has those people who think that they know everything and they want to advise everything, and they think that their opinion is more important than everybody else's, and they think that they're smarter than everybody else. It's only a matter of time where those people are on the nose and on the periphery of their social circle until they wake up and realise that they're yesterday's hero. So the other thing that happens is that we also suffer a thing called opinion stasis, where people are very, very hard to change their mind and change their ways. So people with opinion stasis are also careful with who they pick in their social circles, which makes it even harder for them to change their opinion, because they surround themselves with people who think the same, who dress the same, who believe the same, who act the same, who eat the same. And before you know it, they all become clones of each other, and they become indistinguishable amongst the whole group. It's important, as the author says, is to break free of that sort of mindset and that sort of trap and become a rookie, because rookies reach out for help 40% more, according to statistics, than old hands, and contact 6 times as many experts for feedback. So not only do they reach out, but they reach out to more people more frequently, which helps them grow and develop, form an opinion, and get on with what they need to do in order to achieve their goals and to change their environment and to have an impact, to have a massive impact. So the final points to come out of this book is that the author says that you need to remain a rookie by putting yourself and keeping yourself in learning mode all the time. Those who know me, those who follow Jim's 5am Club, know that one of the things that I try and do is I try and learn something new every day. Not only learn something new, but also live, learn and pass it on, so that I'm an eternal rookie, I'm an eternal learner, and I want to maintain and enhance the rookie mindset that I have, and hopefully be a role model to other young people or older people who are stuck in their ways, who are stuck in the 80s or 70s or 90s, but need to become present and come forward and become part of today. So we just need to remind ourselves that we're rookies, and one way of doing it is to have a photo. Have a young photo of yourself that you put on your desk at work, or you put on your mobile phone, or you have hanging in your house, so that you can look at yourself and remember the rookie in you, and to try and be that rookie and to live the rookie mindset. We also need to spend more time with younger people. We need to spend more time with other rookies. We need to volunteer time. We need to start new hobbies. We need to ask more questions. We need to stay fresh, alert, present, fun and bright. Anyway, that's it for today on this book summary. So thank you very much for coming with me on this Volta today. It's the day before Greek Independence Day, and tomorrow, 8 p.m, the magnificent sails of the Opera House will be lit up with the Greek national flag as we spend and celebrate the 200th anniversary of Greek independence. Wishing all my friends and family all the very best. Let's finish off with the positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's maintain, let's breathe, and let's live a rookie mindset and be fresh with our ideas, fresh with our approaches, and to stay relevant and connected, and to live, learn and pass it on as best we can, and to be, wherever possible, the wind beneath our wings, so that we make an impact, we make a difference to not only ourselves, our families, our friends, but also our work environments, our social circles, our communities, and the global diaspora that we represent. Because at the end of the day, we are all ambassadors, fine ambassadors of all the good people who have come before us, and they depend on us to carry on the lessons that they have handed down to us, and to not only pass them on, to enhance them, to shape them, to improve them, and to make them an indelible part of our future, our children's future, and our great-grandchildren's future. Take care, sasagapao, filakia, makia from Jim's 5am Club, and we'll chat again. Bye for now.